Day. We are season 3. We are episode 20 on the 20th of May. So I love when there's synergy. The numbers don't lie. So tapping into another 2 frequency, a double 2 frequency in terms of 2 times 10 energy, 20, bring in a double new cycle. And we're all about the 222s. 222 balance and harmony surrounds me. And Tuesday tea at 2 and all of the twos. So awesome for episode 20 on the 20th of the 5th month, a divisible of 20. All of the things. I can go into all of the things. I hope y'all are good. I hope you're feeling the energy and the vibes. May has been a very flowering, abundant month. I'm obviously speaking for myself, but in general, May is all about the May flowers, right? April showers bring May flowers. So I hope that you're feeling the bloom in your life. I hope you're feeling things flourishing and flowering, especially since our flower moon that we had on May 12th, our full flower moon. So hope you're feeling all of the flourish and the flowering and the blooming and the budding that May brings, all of the May flowers. Hello, sister. I see you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How you doing? How you feeling? Happy May energy still going. I'm still in the abundance of my birthday month. And, I usually have a lot going on for my birthday week, but this month, this year has really felt like I'm still celebrating. So I am truly grateful for that. And the garden, RTV garden, naturally has definitely contributed to that bloom and to the grounding energy and just feeling super elevated through the grounding, right? The grounding growth of it all. So welcome. I see you. Greetings, love. Greetings, sister. So yes, I'm feeling it. I'm very grateful. For those who may have been checking my stories and my recent posts and such, I actually was doing a custom piece for the garden on a 42 by 42 stone slab. So it's the biggest piece that I've worked on. So that in itself was very abundant and felt very cathartic, especially since that, like, the slab literally just showed up at the garden and they were like, yeah, do whatever you want with it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So that was incredible because I would have never been able to even fit a piece, even if it was just a light canvas in my space. Even though I have an art studio, I would never have been able to fit that, to be able to work on it. So to be able to have that size, for it to be the first time that I've worked on something at that scale, to be in the garden, to be grounding while I'm painting around all of this lush and all of the flowers and under the sky and under the sun, it was just so freaking incredible. And something that I manifested, like I literally, beyond manifesting the garden, not just a block away from my house, I would have gone anywhere for a garden like that. But the fact that it's a block away, and on top of it, I was hoping to be able to paint there. I have a little, yard space at my space as well. So I'd recently gotten an easel. I was just talking to Sister Tony Taylor about that, because my plan was to just create a little oasis in my backspace, plant some herbs, put some faux grass down, even if I didn't end up doing the whole thing. And just so that I can go out there, put my easel and just be able to paint with my shoes off under the sun. And then I get to do this on this like massive stone slab. So again, to be able to work with the elements as well, like a piece of stone that is like 42 by 42, this huge, I think it's about maybe 3-inch width at least. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So that was just, again, such an incredible blessing. So I got to do that and then still be able to have the space that I have to be able to do it if I'm not at the garden. So I have to update y'all and show you what I did back there, but I've just been really focused on sharing about the garden. So I'm also waiting for things to kind of grow a little bit more since I did that more recently. So I did some seeds, and seeds take longer to grow. So we'll see what happens, but I will share soon. I had an awesome gig in Harrison, New Jersey on Saturday. So that was great. Got to sing with some old friends of mine, some of the top musicians in New York City, OGs, like original gangsta musicians, top cream of the crop type dudes. And they call me, you know what I mean? They still call me for gigs and stuff. So it's always an honor and a pleasure to jam with them. 6-piece band, and I was the lead singer. So it was really cool. Posted some of those highlights as well. So again, just feeling the abundance. It was a gorgeous day. We were by the Passaic River, so I got to tap into Oshun on my breaks. Like, it was everything. I was supposed to share these candles that I got with this Black-owned business. But maybe I'll share it next week. But I'm going to post about it. So I'm going to post about it, and then I'll talk about it next week so that I can do a little reel to promote them, because it was sisters, awesome, soy candles, beautiful, like just wood wick. Oh my God, I love the crackle of a wood wick. So I got a wood wick candle. So I'm going to share, but share more details so I can kind of really give them the proper shout outs and the whole thing. So got that there because there were vendors and stuff at that event. And we've got our May new moon that is coming up. That is Cancer new moon. So, Gemini new moon. So tap into the frequency as we're tapping into Gemini energy. So when we feel this energy of kind of being in two places, in two spaces in some ways, it's natural, it's normal. We have a lot of duality. Naturally, we are composed of divine masculine, divine feminine. So when we think of this twinning energy, Ijebi energy, we're really thinking about that nature versus nurture in some ways, and feeling this kind of thinking of tapping into how we want to assimilate things, how we want to integrate the shadow and the shine. As I was tapping in when I was painting, whenever the sun was behind me, I was literally painting and over my shadow. So that was also a very cathartic thing because we tap into the energy of shadow work. And as I'm painting all of these flowers and bright colors and tapping into the garden energy that I really want, was inspired by for this piece at the garden, I was still tapping into my shadow. So that in itself was also really, really cathartic. And quite a blessing to process it all. So Gemini vibes. Jesus, I see you. Thank you for joining the live. King 305, Henny God, thank you for joining the live. Hello, Gray VR on YouTube. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you. I'm here every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, just tapping into universal laws. We're going to pick a card shortly to see what our message is from Spirit in regards to the universal laws. Only Lady CJ, what's up, Queen? How you doing? Oh my goodness, it has been so long. You've been MIA. Welcome back. How you doing? Good to feel you. I miss you too. Mwah. Oh my gosh, good to see you, good to feel you. And Bubbles, what's up? Thank you for joining. You're here. It's all good, Queen. You're here. Oh, grateful. We're tapping into Bay. So this is the last week that I'm tapping into the 7 ingredients in Bloom Brew. So people have been like touching base, like, are you still doing Bloom Brew? Are you still doing your art gallery? Are you still doing that? I'm doing everything. The problem is keeping up with posting the everything that I'm doing. So I am doing my best. I am a one-woman show, okay? A one-woman grow, as I say. So it's hard for me to keep up with all of the different brands and businesses. And the baby, I've got a little, not a little girl anymore, but little kids, little problems, big kids, big problems. And when I say problems, I just mean the juggle a lot. She's 8th grade prom around the corner. We were prom dress shopping yesterday. So it's quite the juggle. We got the dress though, and the shoes. So now it's just accessories and all of the things and figuring out the logistics for the hair and all of the things. But June 20th is her 8th grade prom. So we're getting in gear. But again, all of that to say, a lot going on. And I post pretty much every day, but it's just hard to post about everything that I'm doing naturally. So still doing everything, catching up. So much more to share that I haven't even been able to post and that I haven't even been able to share yet because of the fact that I'm kind of, trying to navigate it properly. And sometimes, I always say sometimes things are too sacred to share or too soon to share, right? So it really depends on the timing and all of that stuff. So more in store and so much to come. Lots going on though. Like on a personal front, like a whole bunch of stuff. Sister knows everything, you know what I'm saying? So like even that, everything, but there's tons of updates since. So it's like, y'all, it's a lot. But my head is above water. I am loving every single minute of the journey. And I do, as I always share with y'all, everything is happening for us. It is not happening to us. It is happening for us. And when you believe that, you will receive that. And all of the debris and the obstacles and the negativity and the imposter syndrome and all of those illusions will fade away so that everything can just rise to the top. Everything is rising into place. Nothing is falling. It is only up from here. Even when I tap into the shadow work, one of my quotes is, when I face my shadow, I'm always reminded that the light has my back. So don't be afraid of your shadow. Don't be afraid of the dark. Growth happens, transformation happens in the dark. The darkness is the gateway in so many ways, and you have to go through the tunnel of the dark to be able to be exposed and come to the light, right? So it happens in the dark. And then you come to the light, come to the light, come to the light. So, okay, what else? We're gonna do a bay leaf burn. I think we'll do the bay leaf burn now after I tap into the energy of the bay leaf and the crystal that we're gonna work with, so that at 222, could do our card and then tap into 222 energy, because the bay leaf won't take too long and it's 2:11 right now. So that's like 11 minutes, perfect alignment as well. Bay leaf, tapping into Bloom Brew, the 7th ingredient in Bloom Brew. So I've got all 7 that I tapped into for the past 7 weeks. This is the 7th week. Bay is the last. And then we tap into just throwing in a little bit of agave naturally with water for Bloom Brew. Keep it nice and simple. So we had hyssop, lavender, rose, hibiscus, star anise, sage. And now we're tapping into the 7th ingredient, which is bay, also known as laurel, the laurel tree, the bay leaf of the laurel tree. So when we tap into bay leaf, this is one of the most powerful, potent herbs, give thanks Baba Ozain, on the planet, because it is in alignment with prosperity, abundance, protection, luck, expansion, completely clears negative energy, brings in positivity. So when we think about kind of covering everything, we have sage, for example, that dispels negativity. And then we'll have rose that brings in love. And we have all of these different herbs that tap into a specific frequency. Bay kind of covers it all. Manifestation for your magic, for what you're bringing in. Like, it is kind of an all-purpose. You burn one of these dry leaves, you're kind of covered. So very, very powerful, which is also naturally why I had to make sure to incorporate that in Bloom Brew, because if we're tapping into manifesting and making room to bloom, you are covered all across the board with bay leaf. If you drink a cup of bay leaf tea, especially before bed, clears things out. It's great for inflammation, detoxing as well. And then again, bringing on the magic side, your abundance and, manifesting and all of the awesomeness, okay? Tapping into luck, bringing in that frequency of luck. So I'm tapping into jade for our crystal to tap in with bay leaf, because jade is, green jade particularly, is perfect for luck, for making our money and our finances bloom and bringing in more of that frequency. So tapping into jade for our crystal and bay leaf. So we're gonna grab a bay leaf right now. Before we do anything, I give thanks to you all for joining me, and I give thanks to Baba Ozain, the Orisha of everything that is green and grows. Asheo. And actually, I see you, Queen. I see you in the facts. Let's actually choose our card first, just so that I can clear all this stuff out instead of having to bring it back over. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And that way, since y'all are here, maybe I can get one of you to give me the stop top, stop bottom, unless a single card flies out as usual, and then Spirit is choosing for us. So let's tap in. I'm gonna give it another shuffle like this, and then when I start shuffling over, like this, somebody give me a stop top or a stop bottom. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Stop top, stop bottom. And let's see what our message is for this week. Our universal law for this week. That's a stack, so put that back in. It's only if a single card comes out. We'll go with that one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We got one. We got a jumper. Ready? The law of individualization. And look at this card. Look at this queen. Ew. Gorgeous, darling, in the hair. My goodness, the fro. Tapping into the Hormaket. They say the Sphinx, but our ancestors who actually named and created it refer to it as the Hormaket. So I definitely, in my Back to Natural brand, try to use the actual names and terms that our ancestors used, especially the ones that they named themselves. So if you did not know, the original true name of the Sphinx is the Hormaket. So that is there. Our pyramids are there. Palm trees are there. We've got amethyst crystal up in there. And this queen shining bright like a diamond in her diamond gear. Like, check her out with the diamond gear. Okay? Okay. Number 40. So this also brings in more double up of our 20 energy, right? We're on the 20th. In the 20th episode, bringing in 20 plus 20 is 40. So again, I love when synergy happens like that. The numbers don't lie. And I'm grateful when I don't miss them, because it's so easy to miss these things sometimes, because it's just that, right? I could have seen this 40 but not made the link, even from the knowing that it's the 20th episode on the 20th. I could have not necessarily caught it. And there's a lot of times that I do a live and then afterwards I'm like, oh my God, I totally missed that and didn't get to say it during the live. So when it happens and it's received and I get to share it, it's that much more potent and that much more powerful. And I'm that much more grateful, so that we can all be in that synergistic alignment together. So here's our 20 and 20 with the energy of 40, our doubled up and now quadrupled up energy of 10, which 10 is all about new cycles and new beginnings. And that is all everything is about. Every day is a new beginning, is a new cycle. And we have a choice as to which direction we want to define our destiny. So individuation taps in for that, because it's all about who you are, what you're here to do, your soul's mission, your purpose. Shine your unique light bright. And I literally said that she's shining bright like a diamond and didn't even read that yet. So again, this is just like part of the everything that is like so freaking magical, and so grateful for the channeling and the downloads and just the alignment that I am so in tune with because of this grounding that I get to do every freaking day, and tending to my garden and an actual garden every freaking day. Like I'm there even when it's raining. There's a gazebo, so I'm like, if it's too strong, I'll just stand under the gazebo and kind of wait it out, because I walk through their gates. I literally walk through the gates of the garden and I can't leave. And I'm there, like I'm working from there. I'm doing everything from there. It's incredible, let alone obviously taking care of the actual garden. So it's everything. So individuation, shine your unique light bright. What are you here to do? It is only for you. There's so many things people do and we compete and we compare and all of these things, when it's all about collaboration, and ultimately it's all about the self-knowing. It's all about the self-value. It's all about taking the time to focus on what makes you feel like you lose track of time when you're doing. That you just talking about the garden, painting in the garden, when passions collide is how I was referring to the last 2 days. Being able to ground while being in a garden, while painting, like literally 3 of the things that are the most powerful for me. I'm listening to music, or I'm humming and I'm singing to the trees and I'm humming with the birds. Like all of my passions were kind of encompassed in that particular moment, in that area, in that experience, that I was just like, this is really defined as when passions collide. And when you can come into that knowing, and then it kind of shows up for you in form and experience, it's alignment. And that's just when you have to be that much more grateful. And that even when things seemingly are hard or they're rough or whatever it is that we, complain about or that we're worried about, these are the moments that you can fall back on and be like, yeah, but that happened. That was freaking magic. Like if that can happen, what else? Like what else? You know what I mean? And again, the fact that we tap into harvest energy, and ultimately you cannot and do not want everything to happen all at once. You don't want it all at once. Your hands are not even going to be able to carry it all at once. If the harvest comes all at once, you can't pick them all in time. Like right now we have strawberries that are already growing. If they were all red and all ripe already, like we wouldn't have time to pick them all. Something would have time to spoil. Some across the board, there would be an over, right? And I say the cup runneth over, and we definitely want an overflow in many ways, but we have to think about moderation and we have to think about balance. And when again you tap into this energy of harvest, if it all came all at once, what else is there for tomorrow? Don't you want to pick some fresh strawberries tomorrow or next week, right? You want to see that abundance. I'm watching the peonies growing right now, right? Peonies, potato. But the very bulbous, beautiful flowers, we have these 2 incredible, but bushels of peonies that are growing right now. One set that are white and one are like this fuchsia. And I've been literally marking and targeting, like not, what's the word I'm looking for? Like mapping their growth. So from the first bud to how it grows, and now it's starting to open. So every day I've been taking a picture, and I can't wait to share that kind of time lapse in a sense. They're not videos, they're just pictures, but I'm going to share that. And when you look at that and you see one is opening more than the other, it's like, I'm grateful that they're not all going to open at the same time, because then they would all die at the same time, right? So at least if one opens before and then another one opens 3 days later, like you have this extra time to enjoy the full bloom of this flower. I wouldn't want all of them. There's about 20 on this fuchsia bushel. that are growing at different times. And I'm so grateful that they're growing at different times because, again, I'm going to get to enjoy a full bloom for a longer stage of time. So just align that with your life, with everything that it is that you're trying to manifest. There's a list, there's a ton of things I'm sure that you want that ultimately you don't want all at the same time, because then what else is there? And then when you're practicing your shine bright, when you're thinking about your light, when you're thinking about all the things that you're good at, there's going to be more. And you want to actually tap into this energy of practice makes proficient. And that ultimately, if you got it all, if you mastered everything that you were here to do, what else is there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you have to learn? What else do you have to grow from? What else do you have to pay forward and to teach, to preach, whatever it may be? So you kind of want things to trickle in a little bit and take its time, and then you enjoy the expansion of a bloom, and then you have something else to look forward to when it's a time for another thing, some new skill or some, augment of your energy of whatever it is that is part of, again, your purpose or your mission. So shine bright like a diamond, and multi diamonds. You are multiple fold. So tap in. 222. Balance and harmony surrounds me. Balance and harmony surrounds me. Balance and harmony surrounds me. Ashe. Bay. Oh my goodness. Queen Hallie, I see you. Welcome, Queen. Thank you for joining the live. We shining bright like diamonds today, okay? The law of individuation, the declaration is, I shine my unique light bright. I shine, I'm about to say bright light, light bright? No, it says light bright. I shine my unique light bright. Or bright light, however you want to say, but this specifically says, shine your unique light bright. I shine my unique light bright. So it's not just saying that your light is bright. It's saying that you are light, so shine it as bright as you can. Like, see me here. Wah, wah, wah. That's what this is saying. Because you got the light, you are the light, but shine it bright. Put that extra on it. Put that sprinkle on it. Here it is. Oh my goodness, I was just talking about you. This is the candle company she just joined. What's up, Queen? Suakoko Candle Company. I was just talking about you guys. I still have to post all the awesome footage and my awesome candles, which I was gonna bring, but I'm gonna do it on my next week live so I can show a whole thing. But I'm doing a bay leaf burn today, so I was like, split it up so I can give you all the shine, and you're here. Y'all, please follow SUACOCO Candle CO on Instagram. Their candles are incredible. I was telling them when I purchased one and then I went back to the stage. Before I got back to the stage, I walked back to their booth to buy a second one because I was torn between two and had to get both. The smell, the energy. I haven't even been burning candles lately because I had a little incident, a little incident. I told her about it, and it made me like not really want to be burning candles in the house anymore. But I was so drawn to the energy of these candles. So y'all follow them. Tap in, Black owned, Sistren, you know what I'm saying? Girl, I got you. Look at that. I love when this stuff happens. And we're tapping in on the 20th episode, on the 20th, tapping into the energy of the number 40. You cannot go wrong with that. It is so right. And perfect timing for our bay leaf burn. So shine bright like a diamond. That's how we are. That's how we do. It is what it is. Let us tap in to a bay leaf. So I gave the heads up last week that we were doing a bay leaf burn for those who tapped in. If you don't have your bay leaf, it's totally fine. It's really just for me to give you a demonstration because we do have our new moon that's coming up on the 26th, and I wanted to give you guys just a little, update, a little walkthrough so that you can do it next week. Maybe we'll do another one. We'll see how it goes. But you want a dry bay leaf. Dry bay leaf because it's going to burn better. The smell when you burn a bay leaf, just in a general sense, it clears negativity out of your room, out of your energy, out of your home. Always crack a window when you're doing any burns, sage, palo santo, bay leaf, mugwort, whatever it may be, because you want the energy that's leaving to not just kind of disperse around your space again or come right back in that you're trying to take out. You want it to have space to escape. You can also open your front door and literally command any negative energies that are not supposed to reside there within you, without. You got to go now. Thank you very much. Your purpose has been served. Bye. And literally give it the door. Show the energy, the negative energy, the door. But opening the window, opening a door is just going to give it room to escape. So tap in, get your dried bay leaf. For new moons, it's about planting seeds. Full moons are about plucking weeds. So in that regard, it's about release to increase. When you tap into full moon energy, you would write on your bay leaf things that you want to discard, clear out from your life. Negative patterns, thought concepts, mindsets, relationships, environments, emotions, whatever it may be, experiences, memories, anything that you want gone. That's what you would put on your bay leaf for a full moon. New moons, which is what we're going to be tapping into, so that's the frequency we're going to be tapping into today, is again about planting seeds. What do you want to grow? What do you want more of? What do you want to experience and have more in abundance? So that's what you're going to be writing on your bay leaf for right now, if you're doing it with me, and if not, for the new moon that is coming up on the 26th. So, for example, I'll just do a collective bay leaf burn for us in terms of what we're bringing in. Let's put in what I've been commanding more than anything: world peace. Let's put love. Let's put abundance. Somebody give me something. Give me something. Hello, Blue Bath Gate. Welcome, welcome. Doing a collective bay leaf burn for what it is that we want to name and claim, demand and command for our lives, for the universe, for the world. So whoever would like to incorporate something, I will put it on our collective bay leaf right now. So far, we've got world peace, we have love, we have abundance. Let me know. Anything else? What y'all want? Let's put justice. What else? Somebody give me something else. Let's put humanity. Let's put collective consciousness. What else? What else? Inspiration. I see you, sister. Got you on the inspiration. Indeed. What else? What else? Anybody? Anybody? What else do we want to put on our bay leaf? So you'll just write everything on there. You see? Put it all on there. You could write on the front, you could write on the back, depending on how many words, phrases, whatever it is that you want to incorporate on there. Let's put creativity, inspired by Sistar's inspiration. Protection. Give thanks, Queen Hallie. I see you on the protection. Indeed, indeed. What else? What else do we want to bring in for ourselves, for the world, for humanity? What do we want to call in? What do we want to bring in for our moon coming up? And we're tapping into Gemini energy. So what I'm going to be showing you now is our Gemini frequency. Anybody else? Anything else? Tap in, tap in. What we want, what we want. So we'll stick with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to include because we have space on the back. What else? What else? Mindfulness. And I always tap into mindfulness and soulfulness because it's important to be aligned with that both, right? Mindfulness is one thing, but tapping into the soul and making sure that we've got that balance, the practicality and the spirituality, very, very important. Awakening. I see you, sister. Ashe. Awakening. Beautiful. So I'm writing on the back now. And then there's also, put the other symbol that I want to show y'all, which is a rune that we only put on the bay leaf for new moons. So what you're going to do next is whatever the symbol is for that particular moon. So for example, we had our new moon in Taurus, we would do the Taurus symbol, right? The little circle at the bottom with the little kind of horns at the top. We're tapping into Gemini energy. So we're going to do the Gemini symbol. And you will put the Gemini symbol right over your bay leaf, right? Tap in, tap in. And then on the back of the bay leaf, in the direction that the stem is going, so you're gonna have your stem at the bottom going up, you're going to do a symbol that is called the Fehu. It's showing backwards on Instagram and such, as usual, but it's basically like doing an F, but instead of straight lines for the F, you're gonna do it angled a little bit up, and then it has a little tag at the top. So the symbol, this direction is like you're writing an F, but you're gonna angle the F dashes upward, and then it has a little tail at the top. So it hangs more at the bottom, a little bit at the top. I should actually do the hang more at the bottom so that you can see it more clearly. Hang more at the bottom, little tag at the top, and then direction-wise is the same direction that your F would go instead of the opposite way. Make sense? Because you're probably seeing it the opposite way, right? Fehu. F-E-H-U. So that way if you want to look it up, F-E-H-U. It is a rune, and you're going to put that on the back of your bay leaf. It's hard to see it right now, but do your Fehu at the back of your bay leaf, and then you get it ready to burn. I always use either tweezers or a handy dandy hair clip because you don't want to burn your little fingers. So you hold it like this to be nice and safe. Get a nice torch lighter like so. No matches. It's one thing I always try to remember to let y'all know. I don't burn matches in my space. Matches have sulfur, the matchsticks, right? Sulfur has a tendency to attract malefic energies and not so great spirits, right? So you don't want to kind of bring that in. I do love the smell of sulfur. I don't know what that says about me and my shadow, but got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I'm not trying to like pull them into my house. You know what I'm saying? So as a result, I have stopped burning matches in my house it's been a couple of years now. So I definitely try to remind everybody, only lighters, no matches. So you're gonna take this because it's also counterproductive, right? If you're doing your magic work and you're bringing in prosperity and world peace and all this stuff, and then you burn sulfur in the house, and all of a sudden it brings like a spirit of war, then it kind of, could potentially cancel things out, or the energies can interfere with what it is that you're trying to manifest. So you want to just try to be mindful of that. So nice and protected with a tweezers or a little metal hair clip. This is particularly metal, so make sure it's safe for burning. And then you're just going to light it up. I am going to actually open my window, as I just told y'all to do. So let's do that. Let's do that. And now, always have a fireproof vessel because you want to catch the ashes. Whatever's burning, you want it to stay in your vessel, because after it's burned, first of all, you're gonna watch the embers, watch the orange glow, see the smoke going up to the ethers, tapping into this energy of your wishes being, granted. It's going up to Oya energy with the air and the wind, but you wanna keep the ashes because then you're going to take it outside and scatter it to Oya energy, to the wind, to the air element, or you can bury it. If you have a plant in the house, you can bury it, whatever it is, just to kind of return it to nature, ultimately. So here we go. Light it up. You focus on everything that you wrote on there. You're giving thanks as if it is already received. It is already done. There is no question. This is wish granted. Watch the embers, watch that orange glow. Give thanks, for it is already done. It is already ours. It is for us, it is for the world, it is for the universe. Ashe, ashe, asheo. We give thanks. It is already done. And you just watch the orange glow. And that's it. And that's it. And then again, you take it outside, scatter it to the wind, or you can bury it, whatever feels right to you, whatever you have access to. And again, just give thanks like it's already done. Don't think of it as like, oh, I hope and all right. No, it's just gratitude and patience and faith. Those are my top three. Because as we're manifesting, there's frequencies of love and peace and all of these frequencies, and they're all absolutely important. But when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to tapping into our divine will, when it comes to destiny, you have to have gratitude, you have to have faith, and you have to have patience, because all of those things are so imperative for it to come into form and experience. And if you don't have one or the other, or only one and not the others, they kind of, again, work together and it's counterproductive. Because if you have this energy of, you say that you have faith in this thing, but then if it doesn't happen fast enough, you're impatient. So it kind of cancels it out, right? Or if you're this energy and it's like, oh, it could take however long it can take, it takes whatever, but you don't really have belief and you don't really have faith that it's actually going to come, then it doesn't matter how much patience you say that you have, right? Or you have this energy of you have absolute faith, but then something happens and you're so upset and you're not grateful for whatever, the good, bad, and the ugly, that is all part of it. And that is all going to be what helps manifest it, because you're going to be tested with the things that are unfavorable, y'all. Like that's the math. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be the good things that are going to make you feel like it's going to be the negative things. It's going to be the hardships. It's going to be the challenge that's going to test your faith. Faith is about what is unseen. It is so easy to believe what is right in front of you. It is what you cannot see. It is what has not arrived yet. And this is why this energy of gratitude and faith and patience is so imperative in working in tandem, because it is what's required for it to come through, because you believe it as if it is already done. It is already done. It's not even as if, it's already done. Like you literally, it's just this energy of knowing, even more so than believing. So I think that's it. Wanted to conclude with that. So I was wondering, should I start with it? Should I conclude with it? It worked out perfectly. So get you some bay leaves, and you can do this, like I said, every new moon for what you want to call in, every full moon for what you want to release. Full moons as well, you can write letters and burn that with your bay leaf, kind of wrap your bay leaf around the letter or whatever it is that you're scribing in terms of things you want to just clear out and not be part of your form and experience anymore. Make space, make room to bloom, release to increase, urge to purge, face it to replace it, feel it to heal it, all of the things. Y'all know my things. Y'all know my things. Libra Laddie, thank you for joining the live. Welcome, welcome. I am wrapping up, however, so I am grateful and I am faithful, full of faith and patient, truly, truly patient and grateful for you all for always taking the time, and whether it's in the live where I can connect and, be in real time with y'all, or as I say, whether you watch it in the future, it's all here, it's all now, because what is time, right? It's like non-linear, it's totally an illusion, and it's important for us to master this, illusion of time, and that's part of where the faith and the gratitude and the patience comes in with. I see the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I love you all so much. I love you so much. Angel number, almost forgot. What time is it? Somebody give me the time. I see it, but I like y'all to choose so that it doesn't look like I'm orchestrating the divine timing of it all. What time is it? What time is it? I have an SOS on my phone. I hope that, okay, 2:38. Thank you, sister. 238 is our message from the angels today, this week, which is give blessings. You see it right there? Let's read it right there. Remember those who helped you. This is so interesting. Too personal. Give blessings. Remember those who helped you. The person who helped you when you had no one, remember them today. If you can reconnect, do so, and share with them your genuine gratitude. If you are not able to do this, pay it forward in some way in their memory. This energy, again, we're tapping into gratitude, of memory, of remembrance, of thinking about how far we've come and the importance of remembering those that helped us. Even in this moment, every single one of you, this is why I say how grateful I am when you tap in, whether now or in the future, because you're part of this journey, and whatever comes from these moments that I go live every week, you were here. You were a part of it. You helped it grow. You helped it be what it is. I'm literally engaging, even though I'm speaking to a screen. I see your comments. I feel your energy. You show up. You can be absolutely anywhere in this, again, divine time, this very elusive energy of time. This is what you're true. You cannot be in two places at the same time, but you choose to be here. And I'm so grateful for that. So wherever this goes, wherever I go, this is what this message is all about. So I am taking this moment right now to thank you. The way that this message is coming through and saying how we can tap in and make sure that we are giving gratitude to the people that show up for us, that have helped us arrive in whatever this energy of arrival is, that's y'all for me. That's y'all for me. And for those who not just show up, but that like show up, like y'all are my heart, like for reals, for reals. So I am so incredibly thankful. Let's read it again so that you yourself can think about and feel about who it is that you want to engage with today and tap into with today, and just be like, listen, you were there or you're here and I'm grateful. Give blessings and I bless you. I'm so grateful. Remember those who helped you. The person who helped you when you had no one, remember them today. If you can reconnect, do so and share with them your genuine gratitude. If you are not able to do this, pay it forward in some way in their memory. Do whatever you can, tap in, love on your people, because again, whether it's one here on the live, 5 on the live, 1,000 on the live, 1 million on the live, y'all were the ones from day one. This is 3rd season. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this and it's just to do it. I don't do it for anything in particular other than just living my purpose and sharing what Spirit wants me to share, because then it's there. It's posterity. It's part of history, and there's nothing that I gain from it per se. I do it to do it, but y'all like show up and you don't have to. And I'm grateful. So thank you. And I bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Queen Hallie said gratitude for today's live and for you. Thank you. Needed this. Yay. And I need y'all. We need each other. We absolutely do. And we're really reshaping, the face of the earth, quite literally. So as we do that, this is why grounding is so important, because we're giving back to the earth. When we tap into the energy of giving thanks and being grateful for the people, give thanks for the flowers, give thanks for the earth, give thanks for the trees, truly, because there is no separation. And the more you give back, the more you get, the more you want, the more you give, and the more you're going to get by giving. So you really can't go wrong. So thank you. I give to you and you give to me, and I am truly, truly grateful and honored. It is an honor for your time. I do not take it lightly, and for the trust, and the interest. At the end of the day, there's a lot of distractions happening. There's a lot of places you can be right now, and you're here. Whether it's now at this time at 2:43, or in the future, or 10 years from now, you come across this and you're still playing it, and you got to this line of me saying, thank you, you're still here. Thank you. So I love y'all. I do. And I'm grateful. And till the next time, till next week, or whatever happens in between, lest we forget, in the meantime and in between time to get back to natural. Peace.